What do you think the biggest challenge facing the nonprofit sector is right now? What do you think the biggest challenge is facing nonprofits? And what do you think the biggest challenge facing the nonprofit sector is? So what do you find to be the biggest challenges facing nonprofit organizations?
Oh my gosh. Okay, where do I start?
Money. Hands down, it's resources.
From my perspective, it's always funding.
I'd say data management.
A lot of technology decisions, a lot of content decisions, how you get communications people and fundraising people and the program people to all work together.
Finite resources, and it's a very cluttered environment. There's so many people fighting for the same dollar.
I would say just in the economy, it's budget crunches, trying to do do a lot more with less.
A big challenge facing nonprofits right now is the economic downturn. People still want to give, but they're getting a little more selective in where they want to put those dollars.
The increased demand for services and the decrease in supply of philanthropic dollars by people because of the economic distress.
Donors are declining. The numbers of donors that are out there are declining, and it has been that way for about 5 or 6 years, maybe even up to a decade.
I think it's breaking down the silos to the nonprofits.
Right now, I think there's a lot of transition happening. There's the generational transition that's happening with boomers, 10,000 a day turning 65, and by 2015 there will be more millennials in the workforce than boomers, more millennials voting than boomers. So that is just impacting the way we communicate advocacy, the way we employ people, the way we search for people, the way we talk about our causes.
I think it's integrated communications, truly having an integrated approach with your online marketing. So your website is connected to your social media, is connected to your email marketing.
The people that are leading the sector grew up under different circumstances for the most part. The rate of change is very high.
I feel like there's this hesitation, or not even a hesitation, outright rejection of technology.
It's data. It's like organizing and figuring that out, whether it's donor data, whether it's volunteers. It's just this massive wall of data that's coming at nonprofits, much less social media.
I think for me, a lot of it has to do with empowerment and understanding that nonprofits, even if they're not technology folks, are empowered to make strategic decisions about technology, what tools they use, the data that they collect and hold. Because, my belief is that after people, data is your most important resource.
Cutting through the clutter of everything else that's on everybody else's mind.
Every day, obviously, more and more charities out there are doing similar things to what other charities are already doing.
I think it's how to tell your story in a meaningful way based on the constituency in which you're trying to reach.
I think that there's a lot of noise. There's the challenges of getting to be able to stand out in the marketplace. And it is a marketplace. It's a marketplace of attention.
The best thing in the world is the internet. The worst thing in the world is the internet.
I think that there's very much a zero-sum mentality.
And I think there's an overabundance of messages coming at all of us.
In our society, we're taught that it's a dog-eat-dog world, and we don't really look at nature and realize that dogs don't eat dogs, do they?
Recognizing that it's a community that requires support, and it offers the entire country an opportunity, one way, a really important way to engage in civil society.